Welcome back, students. We continue solving the workshop questions, and now we are going to consider the fourth question, which has got some grammar in it. Now, before we solve the question, let us understand what are the infinitives, participles, and gerunds. Now on the board here you can see I have written 2 plus basic form of verb. For example, to eat, to walk, to talk, all these are action words and they have been written on the board with only 2. There is no ing or ed or en attached to it. Such kind of words, such kind of verbs are called as infinitives. Sometimes they are written even without 2. Now see the next sentence written on the board. I saw them cross the road. Now here cross does not have anything attached to it, not ed, en, nothing, and 2 is also not written, but cross is an infinitive. See the next sentence. Seema likes to dance. Here to dance is the infinitive. Now, why these things are called as infinitives? Because they do not have any addition of s, es, ed even after you change the number or person of the subject. Now see here the subject is Seema. Who likes to dance? Seema. Now if we change, Seema is third person singular, if we change it to second person. Say for example, we like to dance. Still there is no change in to dance. To dance remains the same. Such kind of words, such kind of verbs are called the infinitive form of verb. I hope you have understood. Now let us try and understand what is a gerund and what is a present participle. Now before we go ahead, let me tell you that both gerund as well as present participle have an attachment of ing to the verb. However, they are not used in the sentence as a verb. A gerund is used as a noun and a present participle is used as an adjective. Now what I mean by this? Have a look at these two sentences. Walking is a good exercise and this is a walking stick. In the first sentence, if I ask the question, what is a good exercise? The answer comes walking. So you see is already a verb used here and hence walking is a gerund. Because generally a gerund is used as a noun and hence it is either an object or subject of the verb. Here you ask a question to the verb, what is a good exercise? You get the answer, walking. This is a gerund. Now, second sentence. This is a walking stick. If you look at the sentence, you will come to know that stick is a common noun used here. And walking qualifies the stick. Which is the stick? This is a stick which is used for helping in walking. So walking is a word which tells us more about the common noun stick. And you know that the word which qualifies the noun is called as adjective. Wherever the verb with ing form is used as an adjective, it is called as present participle. I hope you have understood. See, wherever verb with ing is used as a noun, it will be a gerund. And wherever verb plus ing will be used as an adjective, it will be known as present participle. Let's consider one more example. So let's try and understand with the help of this example. Rahul dived into the swimming pool. And second sentence says, Rahul loves swimming. Now which one of the two is gerund and which one is a present participle? Can you think of it? See, Wherever the verb with ing will qualify a noun, it will be an adjective and hence a present participle. Now let's see the first sentence. Rahul dived into which pool? He dived into the pool which was meant for swimming. So swimming actually tells us more about the noun pool. ये वो पूल है जो स्विमिंग के लिए इस्तेमाल होता है. So here the word swimming qualifies the noun pool and hence since it's an adjective and hence a present participle. Now consider the second sentence. Rahul loves swimming. Let's ask a question. What does Rahul love? Swimming. So you see in the second sentence it does the work of a noun and hence it's a gerund. Let me remind you once again. Ask a question. If you get the answer as a noun, it's a gerund, and if it's an adjective, it's a present participle. I hope you have understood the difference between gerund and present participle. Now let's try and understand past participles as adjective. You know, past participles generally come in the form of verb plus en or ed. Say for example, broken, boiled, jumped, so on and so forth. Now let's consider the examples. First sentence, the doctor bandaged his broken leg. Now broken is a past participle, but here it qualifies leg. Doctor bandaged which of his legs? The leg which was broken. So broken tells us more about leg. So here it is used as an adjective. The frightened thief jumped over the wall. Who jumped over the wall? The thief. And which word tells us more about the word thief? How was the thief? He was frightened. So here the past participle frightened is used as an adjective. Let's consider the next example. I do not drink boiled water. Here boiled qualifies the word or the noun water. Hence here the past participle boiled is used as an adjective. So I hope you have understood the use of participles as adjectives. Present participles come with ing and past participles come with verb plus en and ed. Now my dear students, I hope you have understood the concepts of infinitive, participles and gerunds. Infinitives are the basic or the base form of the verbs with to and sometimes without to. The gerunds are ing form of verb but used as noun. Participles we have seen in two types. Present participles are the ing form of verbs but used as adjective. And here we have seen the use of past participles also as an adjective, and past participles come with in the form of verb plus en or ed attached in the end. Now having said this, let's go to the exercise from question number 4. Say whether the underlined are infinitives, participles, present or past, or gerunds. I wish to go to Egypt. To go is a basic form of verb and hence infinitive. They liked his written stories. Written is a past participle, as you already know, verb plus en. He is trying to finish a story. To finish is the basic form of the verb. It's an infinitive. Suffering is stranger than anything. You ask a question to the verb, what is stranger than anything? You get the answer, suffering. Here it does the work of a noun and hence it is a gerund. Let's consider fifth sentence. The dying swallow fell at his feet. Dying is verb plus ing, but here it tells us about swallow. It qualifies the it qualifies the word swallow and hence it's an adjective and hence a present participle. Next sentence, he began to cry. To cry is a base form of the verb and hence an infinitive. He watched the working seamen. Seamen is the noun here and working is the word which qualifies the seamen. The noun seamen, and hence it is used as adjective and hence a present participle. I hope you have understood what we have done today. Thank you.